Hello everyone and welcome to World of Mike tonight. We are back with the lives. First of all, I just want to apologise that there hasn't been no live videos for the last 2 days. The schedule has been a little bit pushed out of sequence. Basically, 2 days ago, on my broadband, the internet light was completely dead. We later discovered that the actual phone line was completely dead as well. And sometimes what happens is when you don't pay your bill, obviously, they can put a block on your line. But it wasn't to do with that. Phoned up the provider to see what on earth was going on. And it turns out that there was a problem at the street cabinet. So my discovery is, I think what's happened is maybe they've been working on someone else's line and they've accidentally whacked my line out of the hole or something. They've accidentally knocked my line out the hole. So maybe that's what happened. So I got on the phone. They said they'll send an engineer. Didn't actually expect them to turn up today. They phoned me while I was in Chelmsford doing the live. And yeah, lack of communication, but they've come out and fixed it and figured it out in the street cabinets. It was all to do with a faulty cable that was at the street cabinet. Can't get it out. At the street cabinet. So rest assured, we are now back on the lives. What we're going to do today, we've had a massive, humongous delivery, as you know, with the care package. We've also got the so exciting. So that's going to be coming up tomorrow night. We've got Total Tarot delivery from the subscription. We've had care packages from Rackety Spoon. We've got Eddie Stobart's to get through, you know, Night Riders. We've got all sorts of things to get through. So what I think is best to do tonight, what we're going to do is we're going to do a double show. So we're going to do issue number 4 and we'll do issue number 5 as well, purely because we're backlogged. So what I want to do is do issue 4 and 5. Then that will clear that backlog, and then we should be back to 1 a fortnight. So without further ado, there is some surprises coming up at the end of the stream, so you'll have to stay tuned for that. Some exciting ones actually, because I got them today. So can't wait to show you all. And yeah, so let's get on to the Titanic issue. So yes, so this is the Titanic issue, as you can see, issue number 4 here. Oh, sorry, yeah, it's 4. Sorry, camera's playing tricks on me. Because obviously, when I'm looking here, I can look in that direction as well. Just going to test something. Just want to make sure that audio can hear me. Yeah. Okay, so issue 4 is going to be consisting of the parts. Obviously, I'm not going to go through this bit because you're going to get to see that anyway. But basically, issue 4 is going to be consisting of more parts for the port side of the hull. So we're going to be getting in this issue parts for the lower, can't get it out, parts for the lower port hull section, barrel lower, connecting panel, 9 6x4mm PM screws, 1 spare. Obviously, don't worry about that because that's from my hamburger. So that's where that came from. And then obviously on the back here, we're going to have bits and pieces like that. At the time of filming this, I don't have this part at this precise moment in time, so we will cover that when we do issue number 6, because obviously there's a bit of a gap issue, I understand. So without further ado, what we need to do is we need to get all the parts in. So basically, you're going to need this part here that we did from last time, and as you can see, what is that? A little bit of fluff there, but as you can see, this is going to be the part that we did from last time. As you can see, I'm going to bring that down a bit, and we're basically going to be connecting these panels here, and then obviously this panel here. Now you can see that black goes with black and red goes with red. Now I have been following on obviously the Facebook group. Apparently there is a seam mark running through here, so when you put the plates together, you will get some sort of gap. So we'll have to discover that. There may be a fix for that later down the line. So first things first is what we have to do is basically, and we also get another beam. It was going to be Eddie Stobart tonight, but you know what? I love my Titanic, so I'm going to have to do that. But basically, we're going to be putting this part on here. Might have to turn it round. As you can see, it is directional. So we're going to place this onto here. And you can see you've got 2 holes here, and you've also got 2 holes here, and it's sort of like diagonal. So what's going to happen is we're going to pop that onto there like so, I believe. Just want to have a look here because there's a slight gap here, so I'm a little bit concerned as to what that is, but it is the right way round. So maybe that another piece will form under here. We're going to turn that over, as you can see. I'm going to put that there, and we're going to get our screws. And what I tend to do is, because I've not got a lot of capacity for screw boxes at the moment, so I've actually discontinued buying them because I end up with so many. I actually label it and just put Titanic there. So basically, we'll screw this in. So yeah, I've had this for about 2 weeks, and just finding the time at the moment to do it. So obviously I'm not in a rush. So yeah. So what I'm going to do is, because I'm a bit worried that it's going to scratch, I'm going to hold it up and do it like this. Okay, and just secure that onto there. I think like that. Only takes a couple of turns, but you can see that that's in there. I'm going to pop that there for the minute. I'm then going to get my other screw. And then once we've screwed this in, I will get to the comments, and then we'll just screw this into here like so, like that. Now already I can feel that pinching up against the other hole section. So obviously make sure your screws are nice and tight like so. Now obviously on the Facebook group, people have been saying there's a big seam gap mark, and you can clearly see that gap obviously along here. At this precise moment in time, I think we're just going to have to go with the flow. There's nothing really we can do about that because it's just the way it interlocks. As you can see, it's all tightened up, but obviously I think that's going to be quite obvious to look. I mean, I can probably loosen that off a bit, but yeah, there is a humongous gap, which is quite annoying. You can clearly see that seam mark, and obviously when you're doing a model, the idea is that you hide that mark. It's very interesting that you can't see the seam mark here, but then here you can. So yeah, I'm a little bit, I'm not happy that the seam mark's there, but I'm going to tighten it back up anyway, because the more tight the screw, the more it will interlock. But yeah, you can clearly see that gap. I mean, it looks like a jigsaw's just been put there, but it is what it is. We'll have to go with the flow. So the next part, what we need to do is bring this part in, which we'll do in a minute, because we have a comment, and it's from, I'm going to guess it's Ron. No, it's actually Sunny Stormy. Hello, Sunny Stormy. How's it going? Evening all, Matthew Bourne. Hello, Matthew Bourne. I have got my issue 5, as you can see. So yeah, and look at this, Matthew. We've got a shocking one coming tomorrow because it is the camper van. I'm so excited about this coming tomorrow. I waited over 4 years to build this damn thing, so to finally get it is quite exciting. So yeah, so let's go back to that. I'm going to flip that banner as well while we're here, so we'll put that there. So yeah, what we're going to do now is we're going to interlock this section now. Now you can see that this is clearly directional because you've got the main plate that I suspect will go there, and obviously the holes at the top. So once again, we've got holes running through here. We're just going to interlock that like so. And that's going to go like that. You can already see that this is absolutely massive. So yeah, very, very nice. So we're just going to pop that there, and then we'll just put 2 more screws in. And then once we've done that, we then put beam in. So yeah. So yeah. Okay, what I want to do is have a look here. It's almost like they're going on an angle. So it's probably easier if I hold it, because you sort of have to push it up and in. This is rather impressive, I have to say. Hang on a minute. Does that come out the interlock? Yeah. So I'm not going to go all the way Actually, I will go all the way, change that. And make sure it's lovely and tight. So that's that. Imagine like you're working on like a pipe and you're trying to seal that pipe from water bursting. That's how you want it. So you want to ensure it's nice and tight. So once we've done that, we're going to get the other part in and screw that down here now. So I'm going to turn that up, actually. It's better. See, this is the thing. You can tell that my hand is basically near enough the size of this thing. Across your palm of your hand, it's really quite massive. So it's going to be quite hard to grip things. Because as you can see, I'm just resting it there at the moment. But you need a nice firm grip. Okay. So basically looking at that, this sort of holds it and combines it. You can see that this here sort of bends and curves over it. And as you can see, that is that section here. Clearly you can see, it's not so bad on the black, but clearly you can see this massive gap going up it. I think it is what it is. I mean, obviously, if that was quite far away from you on your shelf, you probably wouldn't notice it, but it is what it is on that. So, yeah, we just have to go with the flow on that. We've got another comment there. Hello. And it is from Matthew Borum. Hope that's the seam doesn't cause the model to sink. Yeah, it could probably scrape an iceberg and then the seam just True. But yeah, you can clearly notice that that's got a massive seam. I mean, look how it's this gap. I mean, I don't really know how you would sort that. Looking at closer inspection here, I think what it is there's too much paint on where it interlocks. So on this panel here, I think there's too much paint on the edge. I mean, maybe, I don't know, but we'll just have to wait and see on that. So let's get a little bit more cracking on here. And yeah, cool. So we've done that. The next step once we've done that is we've now got to secure the other beam. Okay, so we're going to put the beam in. So this is the beam. People ask me what type of material this is. It's basically plastic, as you can see. Okay, so it's basically plastic. And what's going to happen is basically this one's quite interesting. This one has like two brackets in the bit, so that would indicate that there's probably something that's going to attach to that. And obviously this one here will have this notice has it as well. So obviously what we're going to do, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, which is on there, which is going to interlock, I suspect, just like as you can see. So you can see here that the beam is sort of like going up on the slant slightly. So yeah, wow. Okay, so we're going to get the. Where's my screws gone? Oh no. Where's my bloody screws? Oh come on, where's my screws gone? What the hell? I literally just had them. Where'd they gone? Okay, bear with me. We have some screws. Okay, that's rather interesting. Where did I put the screws? Really? I can't believe this. Echoing. Hang on a minute. If that's the case, let me see if I mute this. How's that? Is that any better? Okay, this is rather annoying because for some reason the screws have disappeared. So, okay, this is crazy. Where's the screws gone? They were right there. Can anyone see where they are? Okay, interesting. I seem to have lost some screws. This is rather annoying. Where have they gone? Okay, this could turn into a longer stream. I seem to have lost some screws. No, that's not them. Where's the screws gone? Oh, this is right. Can someone rewind, okay, and see where I put the screws? Because, well, we did go off to a good start, but I seem to have lost the screws. So, This is crazy. How can you lose a pack of screws? This is ridiculous. How can you lose a pack of screws? Well, anyway, they'll turn up. Carpet Monster has eaten. I don't know where they've gone, but... Right, okay, we've got a bit of a problem here. While I was putting the beam on, I seem to have mislaid the screws here. So, aha, there they are. I found it. You beauty. There we go, we can carry on, lovely. Sorry about that. So, we'll carry on now, brilliant. They fell down the inside of the cupboard, so excellent. Okay, so looking at this, we've got about 4 screws, but I've only got 2 screws left. Interesting. So that's that. However, I can probably cheat a bit. I can cheat a bit. I know what I can do to that. So as you can see, we're going to put 4 screws in here. This is rather cool. Whoever invented this is fantastic, because I really like the idea that as you're putting the panel on, they're not just secured by these, you get a beam with it as well. I think that's brilliant. Okay, now as you can see here, guys, we've actually run out of screws, but fear not, because I'm going to just go and grab some from somewhere else, so just bear with me. I'm going to cheat. What I can technically do here, what I'm going to do, because you can see that bag is empty, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pinch some from my second Titanic, because this is the one I do off camera. I'll pinch some from there. There's bound to be, there looks like there's enough there, so I'll get some out of there, and that will get secured in there. So, yeah, excellent. So yeah, we'll get some out of my second Titanic, and we'll do it that way. So we'll do it that way, and that way I can pinch some out of here. So see, I can get, there's quite a few in here, so we'll be easy, that'll be easy to get from that one. So yeah, that's no problem, we'll sort that out. Got loads in there, so that's fine. Okay, so now we're going to put, this one actually had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 screws in this one. So, wow. I'm going to screw that in. Only really takes a couple of screws, a couple of turns. So yeah, this is the one that I do off camera, this other one that you can see. So, yeah. Okay, so that's that one in. So as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now obviously down there, I can't see, yeah, these ones here don't have them. As you can see, they don't have them on this side. So obviously this is where the next panel will fit. So that is very, very heavy. And Yeah, it's lovely. I think they've done a nice job on it, but obviously these cracks are quite off-putting. Not cracks, but you can see the seam mark is quite off-putting for me. I know a couple of other builders on the group is obviously noticing this seam as well. So, right, so that's issue 4 done and dusted. So really, really good. So we'll pop that over to one side. As I said, it's so nice when you get parts and you can connect them and get them off the shelf. So that's issue 4 done. So we'll pop that to one side. Next, we are doing issue 5, as you can see. And I'm just going to switch that banner over and pop that there. So issue 5, and what we're going to do is, yeah, actually I'll leave that. So yeah, issue 5, we'll just put that there for the minute, is going to consist, let's move this up a smidge, is basically, Thomas Andrews, the co-designer there, with this. Oh, wow, Titanic store, where's that? Oh, wow. Below the souvenir shop at the Titanic Museum in Belfast. Right, that's a no-no, I can't get to Belfast. So this is issue 5. And what we're going to be doing is whole section and connectors, apparently. It's very similar to what we did in the, you know, when we did the little piston things. But what's annoying is we don't get to put that whole section on. It's so annoying because like you could easily connect that. I think what that is, you can clearly see there, this little groove, you see that? That in that like L shape there? That is what's going to link into this section here. So again, why can't we connect that onto there? There's no reason why we can't put that on. But, I mean, I might cheat and put it on, but we'll wait and see for that. I may have to wait. But as you can see in this assembly, they sent it in this lovely little box. So we get a little package. And in here, very similar to the Spitfire, it's wrapped up in tissue paper, and then we get our lovely little piston things. And this is quite good because you see this little bag here. What I can do with that is I can use them for, you know, diamond painting drills. So that's pretty good. So obviously in here, very lovely, delicately wrapped. Again, I'll upcycle the tissue paper. So I do love tissue paper. It makes great gifts. You know, you can wrap gifts in it. And as you can see, very nicely done because we've got the pit, but we've got this little arm thing in there as well. This is actually, oh, it's plastic. It felt like die cast. So as you can see, this is more whole section. So I'm sorry, I've got to have a play here. So this section here is going to obviously, oh, right, okay. So this part here doesn't go into that section. I think that looks like the, yeah, this is the end of the ship because this is sort of like the, where the propellers would be. So, okay, so they've given us a part that we can't do nothing with for several weeks by the looks of it. So, yeah, in that case, what we'll do then is we'll wrap that back up into here. Wow, I thought that would have gone there, but yeah, okay, it is what it is. So yeah, okay, so we can't do nothing else with this. So that is going to be that done for this week. And we're going to now start working on this little section here. So I'll get all these out and then I'll get to the comments. This is going to be a quick one, this one. So as I said, I can keep this bag for drills because sometimes I don't have enough in my pot. So as you can see, what we're going to do here, what I'll do is I'll do this first and then I'll get to the comments. So yeah, basically we've got this little part here. So as you can see, they're all individual ones. We've got one that looks like that. There's another one that looks like that. We've got two sort of what resembles a ladder. And then we've got these little hook things. So little hooks. And then we've got this like little straight bar thing. So basically, they're going to point up like that. I can see there's a point there and I can see there's a point there. So that means it's going to be, you know, near enough all the same. What we're going to do is we're going to ensure, as you can see, if you look very closely here, you've got a big hook, but you've also got a smaller hook just there. So we're going to use the one with the big hook here, okay? And what's going to happen with that is these are going to hook into these. You see, like there's a little recess there. That's where we're going to just literally push it in, and it will go yay or nay, as you can see. So that's going to go like that, making sure that this hook is obviously facing that way. And we're going to duplicate that another 2 times by the looks of it. One, yeah. So it looks like we put another one just there. And then another one just in there. Like that, as you can see. And then we put another one just in there. Come on, man. Good boy. Oh, I'm losing grip. Hang on. So that one goes into there. Obviously, at this time, I will show you what these are in a minute once we've completed this. As you can see, some are stiff and some are like really loose. So that's good. Once we've done that, the next step is to basically turn this over, and we now need to connect these little sections here. So obviously we're going to be putting this little grip thing on, just checking to see if it's directional. It doesn't look or appear to be directional here, so I'm just going to go with the idea that it's basically where it wants us to put it. We're going to put it onto this smaller little hook, needs to click into that, so it will click into there like that. Okay, and then the next one is going to go into here. Okay, so yeah, it near enough looks the same. As you can see, if you marry it up, it's basically the same. So basically, as you can see, that clicks into there. They haven't provided any for these two, so that may come next week. So that's that one. Right, so once we've done, oh no, hang on. Hello? Hello? Yeah. Hello? Hello? This keeps on happening, and I don't know what's causing it, so I really need to talk to StreamYards about this, because it keeps doing that halfway through, so I will get the root cause of what's causing that. Let me just sort this out. And then we can just put it back up in there, and then so yeah, I need to have a word with them, because it's extremely frustrating why that's doing that. So I do apologise, but let me just microphone that off, so we can try and reduce that echo there. Let's get this wire out of the way. It seems to do it always halfway through, and I really don't know what's causing it. So a bit annoying, but yeah. Okay, so that's that. Yeah, lovely. Okay, so let's get back to this. Right, sorry about that. Okay, so once we've done that, the next step, this is quite groovy, because what you've got here is you've got like a little hook here and a little hook here. And what's going to happen is it's basically going to bend up like this, and then it's basically going to sandwich it like this. So we're going to hook it like that. So if you get me, so this one will go onto here. Hang on a minute. Just making sure, because you need this hook facing upwards. Basically, it's going to hook onto, you see these little 2 bars? So it will hook into there and then into here. You see? So this can be a bit fiddly, because we've got to get that into there, and you'll hear that click. And then what I'm doing is I'm using the end of my nail to just try and lever it in. Whoops, this one's a little bit tricky. Oh gosh. Yeah, there we go. So can you see, this is quite groovy. Look at that. How cool is that? Oh, wow. Okay, so we've done that. We've now got to do exactly the same onto the other one here. And then basically, I think it's easier to put the first one in like this. Sorry, this, let me move this over a smidge. I think it's easier to put the first one in like this. So put the first one in, click that into place, and then obviously put the first one in, the second one in. There we go. So how cool is that? That's very, very groovy. How cool. That's amazing. Really like that. That's awesome. So yeah, that's really cool. So as you can see, there was something I wanted to talk about, but I said I'll bring it back at the end. Right, yeah, so what we've got here is this part where I've just put it. This part that we wrapped up is the starboard bow hull section. Then obviously we've got short connecting rods for the engine, which are these parts here, and then valve rods and link sections. So these are what must be the valve rods. And then obviously this is the linkage. I think we might get the next two in the next issue. But yeah, so far a really lovely issue, and that's that done. So just to recap there, that is that. So we've done a lovely session. We're all caught up again now, so that's lovely jubbly. So let me just catch up with the comments. Let's move this out of the way. So yeah, coming up in issue 6, because I'm backlogged, I don't know whether that's due next week or the week after, but obviously I've had a backlog, so I've done the 2 issues to catch me up. So now we'll go back to 1 issue. So if that was out this week, yeah, it was this week. So I'm assuming, when did I go? Was it Thursday? No, it must have been Friday. I think I went Friday. So I should imagine the next one, according to this, should be the 9th of March, if my calculations are correct. So obviously it doesn't actually show us what's coming in here, but I just, yeah, for some reason they move it to the front. But as you can see, can't wait to read this. As you can see in this here, we can see, oh, you got a glimpse of what it was. In issue 6, we got a second starboard hull section and more valves and links for the engine. So yeah, maybe we get to connect it next issue. I don't know. So let's catch up with the comments. I've got to be careful now because you just saw a glimpse of it. Okay, let's move that there. I'll move it out of the way over here. Let's stop the camera to not give too much away. And just move it out of the way off sight. And then we'll just move that over there for the minute. And take that off and we should be there. Lovely. So where did we? So we'll catch up with some comments, and then I'll show you what this special thing is. Seem to be echoing, yeah. I've muted that mic up there, so hopefully that'll sort that out. I'll probably be getting a few Eddie Stobarts on the way. By the way, Jim, if you're watching, that's Jim Fulham, I think it is. Your Matt is on the way. It was posted today, so I do apologise, a bit delayed, but I am a busy man, so it is on its way now. Okay. Hello? 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 Yeah. I can hear fuzzing, so just wondered what that was. You seem to be echoing. Okay, cool. Carpet monster has eaten them. I don't actually have carpet, but yeah, I have lino. But yeah, it's attached in issue 6. Oh, right. Excellent. Okay, cool. And then Sunny Stormy, I sent 2 Valentines this year. I had that. I got Valentine's Day off Raggedy Spoon and Wabby. So yeah, right. So what is the exclusive? I will show you right now. So take a look, closer look on the map when we can. I just need to have a drink. It's quite parched there. One word of advice: if you're doing a video, always make sure, or live stream, always make sure you've got a cup of coffee or whatever your favorite drink is, because when you do a lot of talking like I do, you do get a dry throat. So first things first is I have, let's do that one first. So as you can see, this ship here is a ship that I got from Atlas Editions, which is another sister company to D'Agostini, back in the day. And this was a model that I got from there. And sadly, it was the only one I got, because I think they went, they sort of stopped doing it. It's like the Sports of Kings. So this one here is a ship that I got, but unfortunately, over the years where it's been stored, it's actually, some of the funnels have broke off, but that's on a restoration at the moment. So it's an easy fix. The way it's glued, as you can see, it's got like a little peg function. So that's an easy fix. It is quite old, to be fair. But what I did is I watch a lot of, since I've been doing a ship, I watch a lot of YouTubers who do ship builds, you know, like vessels and all that sort of thing. And I've been watching some people doing this, and I thought, do you know what? I really want to have a go at this. You know, it could be something different, make a change. And I decided that I was going to do this, which is a Revel RMS Titanic. And this is obviously a 1/200 scale. I've never done anything like this before, but this one I think will tie in really well with that one there. It's a nice, it's near enough basically the same size. It could be a little bit smaller or bigger, but I think that will go really nice with that. It's obviously plastic. So I'm going to be doing that. Obviously on the back here, we've got all sorts of, let's get it on this camera actually, and then you can see a bit more. So obviously, move that there. Let's get it on this camera. So yeah, so let's move this over here. As you can see, this is going to be like a one. It's 22.3 centimeters, but as you can see, you can get all sorts of different ones. So you've got the Queen Elizabeth, you've got the Ada, you've got the USS Enterprise, you've got the Bismarck, and you've also got the Geneseo, or whatever that says. So I thought I'd do that. The other thing that I saw was this. So if I just remove this, the other thing I saw was this book. When I was purchasing that, it came up with recommendations. And I saw this, which is the RMS, a Model Maker's Manual. And apparently it shows you everything to do with the Titanic, how everything is basically, it's packed and packed and packed with loads of information. It was £13. And I thought, do you know what? That would be really good for, like, you know, if it's your first time, you know, starting off with a, you know, building the Titanic, this book will tell you everything to do with how to construct the Titanic, basically. But as you can see, if we take a closer look, let's move this over. If we take a closer look at this, you can see that this is the RMS Titanic, a Model Maker's Manual by Peter Davis Garner. And as you can see in here, it's got so much information, you know, all to do. If, as I said, if you're a first time model maker for, like, you know, Titanic, it goes into like the forward, the loss of Titanic, builders models, you know, all about hulls and propellers. I've not had a proper look at this yet. But as you can see, if we just skip through some of the photos in this, is extraordinary. I mean, look at all of that. This is just extraordinary. You know, And it says, you know, things like taken on some occasions shown first and second deck spaces. So it goes into all the aspects of, you know, the ship, every little detail. And this is what I like about it. So, you know, it's absolutely brilliant. A wooden master was made for each cow vent by joining together 2 wooden dowels. So it tells you an awful lot about how this was made. So I thought that would really go well with, you know, the Titanic build. So obviously, if you guys like what you see, you know, with this, so we're going all over the place here. So yeah, didn't plan on getting that, but as that Revel thing came up on recommendations, and I was like, do you know what, I'm going to give it a go. Love books, love reading. So yeah, get yourself this. You don't have to, but obviously a model maker's manual, and yeah, it's absolutely stunning pieces of equipment in this. You know, I mean, all about the funnels as well. So I can't, you know, when I've got a spare day where I'm not, you know, perhaps on a Sunday and that, I can take a look at that, have a cup of tea, read it, and yeah, so a nice little book there. So as I said, this will be coming to the channel in March, and I think it will sit very nicely with this one. So obviously this is plastic. I do understand you do have to, let's just have a quick look at this. I think you have to paint it yourself, but I've never done anything like this before, but it was after watching John's model making that I really felt like I wanted to do it. And yeah, as you can see, this part here is all white, and then you've got the black part here. So they do paint one of them for you. But yeah, this is really going to test my paint skills, because I'll be honest, I can't paint to save my life. I cannot paint. I either put it on too thick or too thin. And when you're painting, it really has to be an even coat. So this is going to really test my patience. Test my skills. What I'm going to do, obviously, is when I've done that, what I want to do is, you know, go from a small size, and then once we've constructed that, I want to get the next version up, then the next version up, until eventually we get to the trumpeter. Obviously, the trumpeter is a whopping £350, so that's not going to be anytime soon. It's quite expensive, and that would have to be a savings job to do that. But obviously in here you've got a little manual thing, but we'll take a closer look in that later down the line. Obviously, I'm not sure whether it's definitely not going to be done all in one stream. So we'll break it down like a part work, so in stages. But yeah, thought give it a go, something different. And yeah, welcome to the world of Revel kits. 1/200 scale, apparently. As you can see, I'm absolutely, I love Titanic. Everything about it, you know, the film. I've got, you know, models of the things. I've got clocks. I've got all sorts. And yeah, that is a build I'm very passionate about. So it's not very often you hear me say that, actually. So yes, quite passionate about that. So yeah, something different. As I said, I don't really want to do part works forever. I've been doing part works now for probably, oh gosh. I started in 2013 when the Black Pearl came out, and I think it was U96 boat and 3D Globe and classic pocket watches. So yeah, I have done part works for quite some time, off and on, you know. But yeah, I'm quite looking forward to a new challenge. So yeah, I'm going to move this closer because I'm literally finished now. So yeah, I'm going to disconnect that because we're finished with that. So let me take that out. I'll disconnect this. So yeah, okay. So let's get to the comments. I've really got a dry throat for some reason. It's playing me up. Okay, so you seem to be echoing. Sorry about that. Yeah, Carpet Monster is yeah. It's attached in issue 6. I hope it is, because I don't. It's, you know, when you've got all them parts and you just want to get everything connected, it's so satisfying. You know, when you get a part and then you get to connect it, it's very satisfying. So it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger as we progress on it. My favourite thing about this so far is obviously these post things, because I think that's just an ingenious way, you know. Not, you know, sometimes in builds you just get two plates that connect, like the Bismarck. You got like these little metal bracket things, but these come with these pillars and that. So obviously when a new partwork comes out, they're always improving, making things better, you know, than previous runs. Let's start that again. Hello, Sunny. I sent, in fact, 2 Valentines. Yeah, I got a Valentine's Day card from Rackety Spoon and Wabby. I've seen a notice from you about the Route Master. Yes, the Route Master is coming back to the channel. I scheduled that the other day, so hopefully I can only film that, as I said, because I do so many collections. It's an addiction, really. I can't. It's partworks are addictive. But I do so many that I have to store some of my relatives. So that build is not hard scheduled. What I mean by that is it's not going to be every week. It will be as and when. That's why, you know, with the diamond painting bus, you saw it the other day, because I, you know, Sharon went out and I was like, you know what, I can get on with this now, so let's give it a go. So yeah, it is going to be coming back. So yeah, so yeah, I really enjoyed that. Can't wait for the next issue, which according to my calendar should be the 9th of March. So where are we now? That'll be 6. Then we've got probably the 23rd will be 7. 13th of April will be 8. 27th of April, 9. Oh no, 8. We actually go weekly on issue 8. So yeah. So that's pretty good. So a couple of exclusive then, because I do like to do an hour stream. A couple of exclusives, as you know. So yeah, do get yourself this lovely book. It's up to you if you want. If you don't, then yeah. So obviously a couple of things that are coming to the stream on Sunday is we're going to be doing this tomorrow. And I tell you now, it's very interesting because this came with the manual, whereas the Vasa didn't. So it's very interesting that we get a manual with this. But this is going to be a quick issue because it's literally in this, all we're doing in this one is we're literally just putting that, you see that little badge thing, into the nose of the faceplate. So it's going to be a super quick issue. I may do issue 2 because I do understand it. Pack 2 is on its way as we speak. But give you a little exclusive. You've probably seen it already, but this is pack 1. And it's really interesting because if you look at the bag, it looks like what they've done. That is hot glue. So I get the impression that they've ripped this off of like a blister pack. That's what it looks like to me. So whether back in the day this used to be in the newsagents, I don't know. But it just looks like it's been ripped off cardboard or something. So yeah, tomorrow we'll just literally 2-minute job, put that into there. We may do 20 minutes at the max. I don't know. It may turn into a chat show. And then obviously issue 2 is this one. Now, obviously, because obviously this is a build that I want to try and, you know, I don't want to rush into it. I want to last it. So we'll probably do this the following week. But yeah, I've waited. This camper van, when it used to be with Model Space, they would take the payment, refund the payment, take the payment, refund the payment. And a lot of builders had this problem, and that is why so many builders gave up on it. But D'Agostini, the parent company to Fan Home, has brought it back out again. So, and it's a much better system. Back in the day with Model Space, you didn't have an online account section where you could view your issues. And they've really come a long way because now you can view each of your issues. So yeah. Other thing, might be boring. We have also received the, you know, I said I was going to be changing Tarot to a subscription. we have also received the issue 4 and 5 of the Tarot. I've got my binder here, and I'm not going to lie, I don't like binders that have pins in. Okay, they're, in my view, a cheap, tacky binder. It is what it is. It's cheap. Hachette do ring binders. So if anyone is watching or is doing this collection, do ping me a message, either Messenger or, you know, on YouTube. It will go to helpful review, but obviously if you do want this, just get in contact with me. I'll send it out to you. I don't keep pin binders. I just think they're too cheap. And then you can have it. So yeah, I'll cover the costs and that. But we do actually have our next cards. So we got them. We've also got this little box thing, 2 more gold cards. And we've also got issue 4 and 5. So we got them. So I've got to get through that. The camper van. We've got all the Night Rider is heavy backlogged. I still haven't got round to doing issue 3. I'm only starting to catch up. We've got to get through all Eddie Stobart. So yeah, this schedule is really mucked up this week. Let me show you Eddie Stobart actually. Eddie Stobart, where are you? Come on. You're here somewhere. It's gone. Aha. So Matthew Borum, if you like your Eddie Stobart, this is what comes up in issue 22. Look at that sexy beast. Look at that. That is an engine. And on the back there, next week is obviously what looks to be oil sump, rear and front cylinders, head covers, all cap and sorted screws on that one. We get that. But also, I've got obviously, let's put that over there. The next issue, obviously this is really cute. I've obviously got Disney Doll's House issue 5. And this is, I think this is issue 5 or it may be issue 4. But look how cute that little train is. And this is what we need in the park industry. We need like a train, even if it's a tube train. Bring out a train or a helicopter. What's interesting is Agora have brought out a, if you look on their webpage, they've got a big figure thing. Let me see if I can find it, because we've got about, I think it's like 7 minutes, but I want to show you this because it was shown on, if anyone watches World of Wayne, he showed it on there. So let me see if I can find it. Come on, hurry up. Where is it? Yeah, that's the Jaguar. I don't want the Jaguar. There it is. Look, how interesting is this? Let's go to the... So, yeah. Whoops, I do apologise. That's KFC for you. Where are we? Where are we? Come on, hurry up. Always takes a look at this. How interesting is this? You see that right there, this little figure? What is that going to be? Look at that, late 22. And look, that car is the same car that they advertised last year, but I think it was delayed. Looking at the body of that, that's got to be either the DB5 or it's the GTR, 100%. This is quite interesting because, as you can see over here, we've already got the Terminator. So does this mean, we know we've got Iron Man, we know Batman is a trial at the moment in, you know, France. Does this mean that this is RoboCop, or does it mean that we've got Short Circuit? Could it be the dream build that everybody wants, Short Circuit? Looking at it, probably not. It's not got the build for it. Like the, you know, the square, the triangle wheels and that, it doesn't look like that. I personally think it is, what did I just say it was? I personally think it's RoboCop. So if I'm right, then I'm right. I'm very good at predicting things. As I said, I said that Titanic would come out again, and look, it's come out again. And I knew nothing about that. Didn't even know it was coming back out again, and we've got it. So my gut feeling is it's either short circuit or it is Robocop. I don't think it's going to be Transformers, because Transformers we know is a test at the moment. Bumblebee, I think, possibly. The other thing I've got, hang on a minute. Let me see if I go back here. The other thing I've got through here is, thanks to Rackety Spoon, because obviously this was before the sub took over. So I'll go, because I want that glass globe, you know, the crystal ball. We actually, this is a really lovely issue. This is issue 3. Look, we get the bag. How cool is that? So we actually get that massive giant bag. It looks a bit like a Organza bag, but it's a bit big for an Organza bag. But I can't wait. It feels really nice, so I can't wait to get into that. It's just as and when I can do it, really. So that's another one that we need to get through. So done that. So yeah, tomorrow will be, and I've got like literally 4 issues of Doll's House to get through. Show plus issue 2. Disney is very backlogged at the moment. Knight Rider is heavy backlogged. I've got like 7 issues to get through on that. Eddie Stobart is only 2 issues backlogged. So again, Eddie Stobart, is that 22? Yeah. So 21 and 22 will be obviously double video. So yeah. So yep. So yeah, that is basically it today. So I hope you like that video. Please remember to like, share, subscribe. I really am debating whether I should do both issues, because if that's just going to be literally a number plate or logo thing, then it's going to be a really quick issue. So I'm really debating whether we should do a double on this, because if issue 2 is only, if the pack 2 is only around the corner, you know, in transit, it could be any day before we receive it. So maybe by the narrowest of margins, maybe we will do 2 together, maybe, because I just think putting a logo on the frame is going to be so quick. Maybe, but it's got a lovely poster in this. You've got this gorgeous poster. So yeah, look at that. How gorgeous is that? So and obviously if you subscribe to this, which is on here, you do get, it's quite funny actually, because these things here, these 2 mini models I actually saw in a charity shop down the road, and they sadly went. Someone bought them. You get screw box, you get this lovely cup which looks like, that looks, yeah, it's probably the same as my armor slip to get me out of here one. And then you get posters. Again, I don't think back in the day when Model Space did this, they had posters. And obviously if you're a premium sub, if you're a premium subscriber, oh, you get an extra gift, a little minivan. If you're a premium subscriber, where is it? Somewhere. There we go. If you're a premium subscriber, I'm going to stop saying the word premium subscriber. So, you do actually get this lovely acrylic base. But to be fair with you, you might as well be on the standard and build your own acrylic case. It's very cheap to do. So yeah, lots to get through. Trying to clear that backlog. Obviously, when I have a backlog, I will tend to do 2 videos every day for the week to try and ease that backlog. But Titanic's really good because we've got that backlog out of the way, which means it'll be back to the 1 issue now. Unless, because there is sometimes you can get days where some weeks you get 2 copies in your file. So it's quite nice when they do that. You've got a little bit more to do. I really must start that Doll's House, but yes. Right, I'm going to wrap that up now. So, yeah, thank you so much to watch it. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. If you want to be notified of every time a video goes up, did have that little bell somewhere down there. and obviously the subscribe button. It's free of charge. Don't need to pay a penny for that because it's free. And yeah, so tomorrow 7:30. Do the camper van, or what I might do is I may do 7:30 the camper van, and then say 10ish I may do say issue 21 of the Eddie Stobart maybe, and then perhaps that will ease the backlog for Monday, and then that will mean just Eddie Stobart on a Monday. I'll have a think about that because I'm off Monday because I've got the surgeon, I've got a dentist checkup thing, so yeah. So if you like what you see about this Titanic, do get yourself this. I wonder what that is, because it's like, hello, can you see me? Hello. I don't know what goes in there, perhaps a light or something. I mean, it's been ages since I've seen the film, but I am aware, as I said, some people are probably wondering why I've not put the nameplate on. That is because it's somewhere over there with the Eddie Stobart, so I will cover that and put that in on issue 6. So yeah. Take care, have a lovely evening. Thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow at 7:30 to build the T1 Volkswagen camper van, Samba, whatever it's called. It's actually build the Volkswagen T1, the famous Volkswagen van in the Samba version. So yeah, take care. Thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely evening. Bye-bye.